Hey guys, what's up? Shadowlands back with another top 5 videos for the week. Today I'm going to be going over top 5 most balanced weapons in the game. Now, I don't have any runners up for this one because it's really a pretty concise list. Nexon doesn't really release balanced weapons anymore for anyone who hasn't really noticed. They put out one recently that I'm going to get to later in the video, but let's hop right into these. For GP, the Scar L. That is arguably one of the most balanced weapons in the entire game, but it is in 5th place for a reason. Now, the Scar L is customizable, is pretty well known for having very low damage drop-off, and just in general being a great all-around rifle. It can be used at long range, medium, and short range very effectively. It has a burst mode which makes long range tapping without a scope much easier, especially if you're a Woggle or ICOG player. I don't know what the rules around scopes are there, but I see a lot of people that don't actually use scopes, so I assume that's kind of a thing. Next up is the K1A. It's another customizable SMG that I mentioned in some of my other videos. K1A is a fantastic weapon. It's balanced. It's basically an earlier version of an SMG, kind of like a assault rifle style SMG that the CZ Scorpion Evo 3A1 is. It's kind of Nexon's early attempt at that, and with the customization, it just makes it even more like that when you raise the damage and the accuracy and all that other stuff. It's a great gun. I highly suggest you guys check it out, and most of you probably can, given it's a very low rank gun. Next up is one that I mentioned in my previous video, the K7. K7, awesome weapon. It's very balanced, has a decent spread, a silencer built in, very fast fire rate, and it has a pretty low overall damage, but the drop-off is pretty good. I mean, it could be better, but for what it is and how the balancing works, it's pretty good. K7 in general, awesome gun to use. Highly suggest everyone try this gun out at least some point in your life. Most people skip over it and go straight to the UMP and the P90 and all these other guns. Go back and check the roots. Check out the K1A and K7. Next up is one that got released very recently in the past couple of months, the M16A4. Now, I put a whole commentary, the review on this, where I talked about these two guns being basically the most balanced guns in the game. Now, I won't stray from that argument too much because, well, actually, that's something I'm probably going to get into in a bit, but I still stand by my statement where it is the most balanced gun in the game. However, I'm putting in number 1 this week, the L96A1. One of the oldest guns in the game, and part of the reason that I say this gun has had so much time to get balanced is because this gun has been through and unthrough so many nerfs. It's been nerfed, it's been fixed, it's been upgraded, it's been everything. You can customize it, you can put on silencers and all that other stuff, extended magazines, fast loader mags, you can put everything on this thing, and no matter what you do to this gun, it doesn't ever become overpowered or underpowered, which means that it has such a high level of balance that you can actually customize it to the point where there's not really a problem with it anymore. A lot of people would argue, oh, the Scar L, for example, might become a little more overpowered when you put an ACOG scope on it. You can tap fire so quickly, like a G36, and with the low damage drop-off, it becomes a little more broken than some other guns. Not saying the Scar L is not balanced, because it is very balanced, but the L96A1 maintains a very consistent level of balance for a sniper rifle, which is not very well seen in Nexon's games. You'll see sniper rifles that highly outclass others, such as the WA 2000 Tactical, and ones that just absolutely are awful, like the M1866. I mean, in general, you don't want to walk into a game with that gun. It's really a fine gun, but not for competitive play. I would never carry it into one of those games. So the L96A1 definitely takes the cake for most balanced and GP standard weapon, especially if you customize it. So for NX, next up we have the Arctic Wolf coming in 5th place. I'm kind of just picking up where I left off here with the L96A1, because when you come into the NX crowd, you have a couple more that are more, more balanced, I'd say. They did a little bit better job balancing their NX weapons, at least within the NX weapon group if you exclude GP weapons and NX rares. So next up is the M107CQ SE. Now granted, a lot of people don't like this gun as much, it's not very popular anymore, but there was a time when the M590 CQB, the M590 series and the M107CQ just kind of reigned combat arms. This was back in late 2009, early 10. People just ran around with these two weapons. That's all they really needed. Now, granted, it's a fantastic weapon. It's well known as the Barrett 50 caliber. I got a couple of reviews out on it, and there's tons of them on YouTube, so highly suggest you check it out. Very balanced gun, good spread recovery, good overall spread. The 2-time scope definitely helps, and makes it harder to quick scope, given that the spread recovery is fairly quick. But just in general, great gun. Next up is the M417 Combat. This is another customizable gun in the Gun Emporium. Comes with an iTech scope, so it doesn't allow you to put on that ACOG scope so that you can tap fire long range. All the M417 variants come with that, excluding the SB, which has a sniper scope on it, which, it's an NX rare, so I mean, what can you say? But M417 Combat comes out to be a fantastic NX gun, very balanced, and I think it's pretty fair to use in most situations. Damage drop-off is good, recoil is fair, it's similar to the M6A2, but it's a little bit more, so it balances. Next up is the R870 MCS. Now, a lot of people wouldn't actually expect me to say this, but as far as shotguns and the way they should perform, how I picture shotguns working in combat arms is entirely defined by the R870 MCS. The fire rate's not ridiculous, very consistent 2-shot kill. I don't think there's a more consistent 2-shot kill weapon in this game than an R870 MCS. It is more consistent than an R870 because that can be a 3-shot kill, especially at the maximum range, sometimes even a 4-shot kill. But if you're looking at consistency, the R870 MCS is the way to go. Very much an underused weapon, but it is very much one of the most balanced weapons in the game, which you don't really see with shotguns, since Nexon doesn't put a lot of stock in those kind of games and a lot of those kind of, encounters for firefights. Now, at the top of the pack, I mentioned this earlier, is the M16A4 Firebug. This gun is beyond balanced. I don't know what they did that they didn't do with all the rest of their weapons, but this gun comes out to be perfect for almost any situation. Not only can you use it for almost anything, it doesn't overpower absolutely everything in the game, but it's not undermined by very much either. So it's pretty much, it comes on par with a lot of things. There are things that are always going to beat it and things that it's always going to beat against. So I mean, just in general, it's a very balanced gun. Similar to how I was describing the L96A1, it's also very customizable. You can put on whatever sight, scopes, and magazines, and it doesn't seem to break the gun in any way. The recoil and scope is not unbelievably low. It's not the easiest gun in the world to tap fire, and it does come with a burst mode so that you can control it long range even without a scope, similar to the SCAR-L that I was mentioning at the very beginning of the video. But that's about all I really have to say on these guns. I find these guns to be very balanced, very fair to play with, and I think anyone that uses these weapons and can do well with them earns a spot in my heart as a good player in the combat arms community. So props to you if you guys want to go out and try this. I think I just broke English again. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow, actually. So see you guys later. Shadowlands out.